Hello, hello, hello everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I'm an independent demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Please say hello, let me know that you're here, let me know where you're viewing from, let me know if you can hear me. All right. Hello, Carol. Glad that you could join us. All right, I have one more device to get up and then we will get started. Maybe this one will let me in. There we go. Technology is great when it works. I had a bit of a trouble getting on today. And I apologize if you hear my dogs. They are puppies, so. All right. There we go. Now just get the volume down. All right, we are ready to go. We are going to play today with some new products. And I showed you a little snippet of the card that we're going to be making today. It's a fun fold. I've never seen it before. It's called a back fold card. And it's super simple, but it's different. So that is the card. I'll bring it in and we're going to show you the card. So it just kind of looks like a card with two pieces of DSP on there. But this folds back. And there is our fun fold. Isn't that cute? All right. This was made with the Charming Day bundle. This is an online exclusive bundle. It's not in any catalog. You have to go online to find it. And generally speaking, I think that's where a lot of the great finds are, is in the online exclusives. But since I already made this card with the Charming Day, I thought that we would change things up a bit. The Global Design Project Challenge is a color challenge. Pecan pie, crushed curry, and Cajun craze. So I thought I would kill two birds with one stone, and we would use those colors to make the same fun fold. So I am going to be using, maybe, I haven't quite decided. I've cut two papers, to be honest. This is the new Autumn Toile, T-O-I-L-E, DSP. It has Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, Grey Granite, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, and Very Vanilla. So I'm just going to quickly show you this paper because it is so pretty. This is Foxes and Trees. This is Deer and Trees. Pheasants. It's beautiful. Just some leaves, pumpkins and gourds. Just a nice neutral pattern. And we're back to the pumpkins and foxes. And on the back side of the fox is this nice neutral stripe. So we're going to be using this paper possibly because I've pulled another paper. I pulled the Beautiful Gallery DSP from the annual because they have a pecan pie neutral in there. I'm going to show you that here shortly. I'm also using the Deckled Circles dies today. For this card, I just use regular circles, circle punches actually. You can use any shape you want, any circle you want, any size you want, whatever suits your fancy. This is a very versatile layout. I'm using the Deckled Circles. And I'm going to be using the Amber Autumn bundle. And you will notice that I have mine in plastic envelopes. This is the size of the envelopes that our new stamps are going to be coming in, and dies. All of them are going to be this size. And I have actually purchased some so that I converted mine so that they will all be the same. I like things to be matchy-matchy. So we're going to use that today for our card. And Carol, are you stamping along? Is anybody stamping along with me today? This card base is, let me get this right here, 5.5 by 7.5. Okay? And it's scored at 3 1/4 on one end and 1 inch on the other end. Okay? So your short score line, okay, thanks Carol. I just don't want to go too fast if somebody's stamping along with me. Your short score line, you're going to fold back, okay? Because this has to move this way, right? So your short score line folds back, and your other score line, if it was straight, folds closed like a book. Okay? So closed like a book and folds back. Now, I'm going to show you the different papers. I chose the fox paper, and I also chose this pecan pie wood grain. All right, so we will decide, and we have a pecan pie base, which we like better. So my problem with this paper is that I think it's a lot of Cajun craze. Okay, and yes, that's part of the color challenge, but I think it's a lot. If it was broke up by early espresso, I think it would be better. That's my problem with this paper in this layout, okay? And using the colors I have to. The wood grain with the pecan pie in it is more of a neutral. So it would look like that. Something like that. Okay? So tell me what you think. I think the wood grain, but while you give me your opinion, Carol likes the wood grain too. All right, wood grain it is. We're not even going to argue about it. We're just going to do it. All right, I am going to attach the DSP to the mat layers. Now, all the measurements are on my blog, and I added the score line because I neglected to put the score line in there when I posted it earlier, and I apologize for that, but that's okay. You have that information now. Like I said, this is a super, super simple layout, and it's a fun fold. So that's fun. Oh. Giving me grief, so we'll turn it the other way so I can see a little better. There we go. All right, so there's our 2 matte layers. Then this is the piece for the inside of our card. And I had this little strip here. It's just a little 1/2-inch strip. And I'm just going to put it on here so that we can pretty up the inside. All right, let's get this together and put it on the inside here. It looks like I didn't cut that right. That's what it looks like to me. Or maybe I didn't cut this right. Let me get my paper trimmer in here. 5 1/2. Yup. So I didn't cut my inside piece correctly, but that's okay. For the purpose of this video, this is gonna do. It should have been 1/4 of an inch longer. Oh, I know what I can do to fix it. I know what I can do. I'm going to put that in there. And I have a little piece of the wood grain. I am going to take a 1/2-inch strip. And it was, how wide was that? 3 inches. And I'm going to put a little piece at the bottom, which will extend that. Let me make sure I got the right. Yep. See, I'll just put it down a little bit, and it'll just extend it enough so that it looks right. You and I know it's not right, but nobody else will. There. That's the inside of our card. Now we have to attach the front matte layers. Just give a little pop. I went back and forth. I couldn't decide which to use for the card base and which to use for the matte layers. There we go. All right. Now, our next decision is, are we going to use the Cajun craze, or sorry, the crushed curry or the pecan? I'm thinking the pecan, but that's just my opinion. So now we have to get a little scrap and do some stamping. So let me get my stamps out. Oops. Leftover bits are in there too. We are going to use the oak leaf with the, oh, there's another one. The oak leaf with the acorns. And I think we'll be able to, by doing that, we'll be able to bring in, well, good, Carol, thank you. I'm glad we're in agreement. So I'm just going to take a piece of scrap. And you've seen me testing some different markers here because we don't have crushed curry blends. I don't know how many times I've wanted a crushed curry blend and didn't have it. But I found one that will work. So we'll just give this a good stamp. And I'll just set that aside. I'll clean that after the fact. And in here, what did I do with it? We have a die, which will make life very easy after we color. Oops, wrong one. That wouldn't work very well. There we go. All right, so we are going to use the pecan pie on the acorns. And I'm using pecan pie light on the bottom. And I think I'm also going to use the pecan pie on the little branch part as well. There we go. And now their little tops of the acorns. I'll tell you a funny story about acorns. I was telling my husband this a couple of weeks ago because the acorns have started falling with a vengeance at our trailer. And I was telling him a story when I was a little girl many moons ago. We would collect acorns and we wanted them with their little hats. We called this part the hat attached because we would take markers and draw little faces on them and put holes in them and use toothpicks to make bodies, to make little acorn men. True story. A very true story. All right, I am going to color one leaf yellow, and I think I'm going to color the other one Cajun. And if you're wondering what color marker I'm substituting for crushed curry, it is a retired mango English, light mango melody. It's retired, but it's not dead yet, so it's not retired in my house. They stay current in my house until they're empty. And I'm just building that color because it's not really the right color. But we have to make do with what we have. Now I'm going to bring this piece of crushed curry in and show you. It is very close. And this is light mango melody. Now the mango melody dark is too orange. It's this color here. Okay, so I'm just going to layer the color here till we get crushed curry-ish. And this other leaf, I'm going to start with light Cajun craze and see what that looks like. Because I don't want it too terribly dark. And this is a pretty easy image to color. Because, you know, there's nothing that I do that's too terribly hard. If it's too hard, I don't want to do it. One thing I don't have is a lot of patience. Never did, and at this age, I probably never will. I'm the most impatient person I know. Got another story to tell you. So, about a little over a year ago, I started playing TV bingo. The Kinsman TV bingo. Anyway, last year, I won $500. I was tickled pink. And have been playing ever since. Well, 2 weeks ago, my husband and I were playing, and I needed 2 numbers for the longest time. And the deal is you have to get 50 numbers. You have to get a blackout card in 50 numbers or less to win the jackpot. Well, the jackpot's at $2.6 million, okay? And I'm down to 2 numbers, like at 30-some numbers. Well, I'm having heart palpitations already because, like, I had just needed 2 numbers. Well, come to find out, I did win the runner-up prize. Like, each time, if it doesn't go, there's a $10,000 guaranteed prize. Anyway, I got that. So, I'm thinking, okay, well, wouldn't it be nice if I won $500 again? Because last time I won, there was 20 winners. So, that's what I'm hoping for. Well, it didn't work out that way. I got just slightly over $100 because there was over 60 winners. But I suppose something's better than nothing, correct? Anyway, that's my story about TV bingo. So what we decided, the first time we bought stuff for at the trailer, we bought a fancy wagon and stuff that we never would have bought if we hadn't won. So Mike asked me what I wanted for our anniversary in July, and he bought me end tables. Well, we're going to take this money and we're going to buy the TV stand that matches the end tables. We actually ordered it already. So, yeah, it's nice to have a little something to fall back on. Oh, I like the pecan. What do you think? The pecan or the crushed curry? I think the crushed curry is a little bit too much in my face. All right, let's tuck these dies back in the package. Pull out the stamps. Oh, I already have them out. And find a greeting. How about, oh, that's going to be too big. I think Autumn Wishes. I think it's going to be too big. If I put that, well, I could do that. Let's do it. Let's just do it. If we don't like it, I have another one of these things cut anyway. All right, let's peel off that stamp and clean up my mess. There we go. Slide this in. And you're going to laugh at me because I'm stamping it upside down, but that's okay. It's a circle. Whatever's easiest for me. Pecan. Thank you, Carol. One more stamp. So it's nice and crisp. Look at that. Beautiful. Pop this out of the way again. And pop this out of the way. Put this paper back for another day. I might actually get some early espresso and finish that card. All right. So we're just going to layer those together like so. Now, this is the hardest part of the whole card. When you put your circle or whatever shape you have on, you can only glue it to this piece. You cannot glue it here or your card will not open. Okay? So I'm just going to put my circle on here, see where I want it, kind of get an eyeball as to where I'm going to put my adhesive. Something like that. And then pop that on, give it a press, check the back. I'm good. All right. Now, I think we'll use some dimensionals on these guys because we can. And I got the bones from the outside, so that should make short work. There we go. And my pick tool. Well, I got it stuck to my finger. There's one little tiny piece that I can't get off there. There we go. And this piece. There we go. And oh, I just did what I told you guys not to do. Did you see that? I was going to glue my card shut. I got one little piece here that I have to cut off. Oh, I guess I can just pull it off. Or I would have had my card glued shut. Do as I say, don't do as I do. All right, now we should have some embellishment. And let's see what I can find. We have some dots, Cajun Craze and gold dots. Those would be perfect on there. Just have another look. I think I'm going to go these pressed flower motifs. Those would look cool on there too. Let's have a look and see which we like. What do you think? What is your opinion, Carol? We've agreed on everything so far tonight, which is a sheer miracle. Oh, these ones are still in the plastic. I could pull those out so you could see better. The Cajun Craze or the pressed flowers. I think either one would work. Oh, I just thought of something. No, I don't have it here. I also have these ones. These are new. They're called streaked dots. Those would work too. The Cajun Craze. Okay, so we were in agreement until I pulled these ones out. I think I'll use them because then it's going to stay with the theme of the... Did you see what I did? I just noticed. I covered up the word wishes. So I'm going to peel this up and move it down a little bit. There we go. Okay. This time, what do I want? I don't know what I want. To be honest, the hardest job for me is to know where to put dots. Like, there's enough going on right there. I think I'm just going to put 3 down here. But honestly, placement of dots is my biggest problem. I have a problem. I have lots of problems. All right. Streaked dots can go back in there. Pressed flowers can go back in here. I don't think those are in that envelope, but whatever. Okay, let's bring our cards in. This is the Amber Autumn bundle. And this is called a back fold card. And then this is the one that I did in the sneak peek with the Charming Day. So there are our 2 cards with the back fold. Now here's your challenge. You knew there was going to be one. You need to make a back fold card. Like I said, measurements are on my blog. You've got this video, so you can take this video and rewatch it if you have to, or slow it down and pause it. Super easy card to make. That's your challenge. With current product, make a back fold card and share it with me. All right, that's it for tonight, folks. I will not be here tomorrow night. I have an appointment tomorrow night. I will see you on Wednesday night. All right, bye-bye for now. Thanks for stopping by.